of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. About ready to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Christian McCaffrey playing against the Broncos here, and McCaffrey from the Denver area played his high school ball in Highlands Ranch south of downtown. And, of course, Father Ed, a longtime receiver, a very good one for the Broncos, played with them from 1995 until 2003. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. There's a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
is under review.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round, ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lock on the give. It's Lindsay. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Ball carrier. Derek Brown on the stop. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos, nothing.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 7.
To the air again with Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Joey Slide.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. And the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos, the rookie. That's why they drafted him, getting in there and making the play defensively. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
Quarterback.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again.
He's played a pretty clean first half. A touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Bridgewater on 1st down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Panthers call on their undrafted rookie from South Carolina, Joseph Charlton, to punt. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return.
that's taken on the 25. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Locke again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42, right?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half for the veteran quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition, it's Melvin Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
56.
Throwing on first down is Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's going to keep it here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, McCaffrey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
On the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second and 1, Bridgewater looking left sideline, incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
45, Mike, 45.
They'll run for it with Davis. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
It's 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now we're going to get a stoppage as it looks like, yeah, that's Lindsey still down on the field now. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Locke. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They look to throw. It's Locke. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon.
Brandon McManus.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Here's Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 2nd down, Davis. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it again here with Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Davis. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Trailing 17-10, a little over 20 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now Lock. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Lock to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
For Jerry Jeudy, incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try for Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.